Hi, I am Dr. Shivendra, and in this lecture we will discuss about the introduction of Unity 3D game engine. So what is Unity? Actually, Unity 3D is a game engine which is developed by Unity Technologies. So basically, Unity may be used to develop two-dimensional or three-dimensional games. Not only games, it can be used in order to develop any simulation, animation, animated films, etc. The most famous short film and animation is Adam and Eyes on Solar System. There are millions of users worldwide who are using Unity, and thousands of games are developed on per day basis using Unity. So this is the download link. From this link we can download Unity 3D game engine. So we can see here that I have opened the link. Now here you can find all the new and old versions of the Unity 3D game engine. So here you can see that this all are tabulated 2019 version of Unity, and this is 2018 version. So from here you can download whatever stable version you want. Now here you can see that there are three options. One is Unity Hub, download Windows for Windows, and download for Mac. So if you want to download more than two versions in a single system, you can use Unity Hub, but you can prefer uh, Unity for Windows system using Unity installer, or for Mac system using Unity installer. So whatever version you like, you can download from this. Whatever version you like, you can download from this link. So here one thing we have to understand, that Unity provide personal free license for a limited period. Like if you are a student, so you can download a personal version of Unity for 3 years, I think. So it's a very good options provided by Unity technology. If you are a learner, you want to be a game developer, so you can start from here. Now when you will download Unity from this site, you will get a Unity installer, and this Unity installer will completely download the Unity software. During the installation you will be prompted about various options that want to make it for Windows or Android, or uh, Mac version, or Linux version. So whatever you like, you can tick or untick from that installation process. Similarly, there will be another option, that is Visual Studio. So at that time you have to take on Visual Studio option, because in Unity we always write script in C sharp using Visual Studio. So you have to take care of this thing. So whenever you install Unity, you will get a Unity icon on your desktop. So here I have installed Unity version of this 2018.3 version. So if you will double click on this, whenever you will open the Unity, this window will be opened. So here you can see that this all are the projects which I have already created. You have option for creating a new project, as well as you can open the existing project. Whatever you want, you can click on that option. Suppose I am taking a new project. So now you can see that here I have three options. One is the project name. Write your project name whatever you want, then location from where you want to save it, and the template is nothing but 3D, 2D, high definition RP, lightweighted RP. There are various options. So I am interested for 3D games, so I will select 3D games. Okay, after that, here you can see that create project. So whenever you click on this, So basic GUI of Unity will be opened. So this is the basic GUI of Unity. So by this GUI, you can create a project of Unity. Basically, project is what? Project is nothing but the wrapper for various assets of Unity. And assets are the basic building block which is required for developing a game. So assets may be any 3D model, animation, text, images, video, material, audio. It may be anything which is required for developing a game. So whenever we make a project, so the final output of that project is product. So for game development, our product will be game, 3D or 2D game. Okay. So here we can see that this is a title bar. Here you can see that it will show the version of Unity, okay, and the name of your project and for which platform you are using it. So I'm using it for PC, Mac and Linux standalone system. The next one is, this is menu bar. Here you can see that various menus are provided just like any other software like Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint. So here the various options are provided. So we can see here that from here we can create a new scene, we can create existing scene, we can save scene, we can create new project, open project. So what is difference between scene and project? Actually, a project may consist of various scenes, because scene is nothing but the asset. In a game there may be multiple scenes. So for a single project there may be multiple scenes. Okay, this is a build setting. If you want to uh, run your project, if you want to make a product from your project, so build setting and build and run will be used. Now this we can see here edit option is there, asset, game object. From here you can download various game objects. Okay, these are components, additional components which can be used in order to enhance your game. Mobile input, windows. Here you can create new window, new layout. Okay, so we will see one by one. Now this is a toolbar which can be used in order to navigate the scene or drag the objects. Okay, now this is the basic panel of GUI. So here you can see that this is the hierarchy panel. So here you can see that by default we are getting two objects. One is main camera, another one is directional light. So these are two basic game objects which we will get by default in any new scene. Here you can see that scene is untitled because I have not saved my scene yet. Now if you want to include some other game objects, so there are two options. Yeah. Either you can take it from here, this option game object, or you can right click on here and here you can see that 3D objects. So there are various 3D objects are available. These are primitive game objects like cube. Now here you can see that in your scene panel, this is scene window. So here you can see that in your scene you are getting a cube, and this cube is mentioned in your hierarchy. If you will take another game object like a sphere, so here you can see that game and sphere both are available in a scene panel, and in hierarchy there will be now four game objects. One is camera, light, cube and sphere. So I hope that you have understood about the hierarchy. Now come to this panel. This is scene panel. Actually, whatever game object you want to use in your game, it must be in your scene. Okay, now the next one is game panel. Here you can see that this is the camera view. Okay, this is the camera view. Whenever you play your game, so this scene will be visible. You can see here, if I will click on camera, so you can see here the camera preview. So camera preview is nothing but game preview. Whenever you run your game, so whenever you will run your game, this scene you will see in your game. It is not necessary that if your scene consists of 50 objects, so all objects will be seen in your game. It is not necessary, because we can see only those objects which are in view frustum of your camera. So what is view frustum? Here you can see that this conical shape is nothing but the view frustum of your camera. If I drag any game object, for example cube, behind the camera, now you can see that in your game window, though the cube is available in your scene, but it is invisible, or it is disappeared in your game panel. Now I hope that you have understood uh, about the view frustum of camera. So what about the navigation of scene? If you want to zoom in the scene, you can just scroll up your mouse and scroll. If you want to zoom out, you can scroll down your mouse. Whenever you want to navigate the scene, you have to just press alt button. So whenever you press alt button, you can see the sign of cursor will be changed as I. So now just click the left mouse button, and here you can see that I am able to rotate the scene. Okay, what we have to do if I want to drag the scene from one position to another position? So for that you have to you have two options. Uh, either just push your either just your push your scroll button. So here you can see that hand option is mouse. Here you can see that cursor is converted into hand option. Now you can drag scene from one position to another position. You can take this option from here also. Okay, so now I will tell you what are these tools. Suppose I am clicking on this cube. So whenever you will click on any game object from hierarchy panel, you can see there will be three arrows which will be associated with that game objects. Actually these arrows are green, blue and red in color. So these three arrows are nothing but the direction of the coordinates. So you can see the direction of the coordinates in from here also. So we can see that green shows the y direction, red shows the red color shows the x direction, and blue color shows the z direction. So whenever you want to translate an object, so you can just click on any arrow, so you will be able to drag that object in that direction. If I click on red, you can drag this object in that direction. Okay, now the next option is rotation. If you click on this, if you click on this tool, you can see that we have three colors arc, like green, red and blue. So in whatever direction you want to rotate the cube, you can just rotate it. Okay, now the next option is scaling. So here you can see that you can scale a object in a particular coordinate, okay, or in every coordinate in equal amount. Okay, now Here you can see that one more panel is given, that is asset store. This is used in order to download any 3D model or any assets from Unity Asset Store. Suppose you want to make a game, and for that you need some additional assets which are not available in your primitive game objects. So you can download it from here. Okay. Now these are the buttons. Whenever you will create any game, you can play the game from this play button. So you can see that whenever I will press this play button, this panel will be switched to the game panel. Now here you can see. Oh, here you can see that I have switched to game panel. Okay. Now, what is this panel? This is called inspector panel. So whenever you will click on any game object, you can see that there are various properties are mentioned in the inspector panel. Here you can see that various options are available for cube. Now here you can see that position, rotation, scale. So every game objects will be in 3D coordinate space. Okay, so these coordinates will be mentioned here. So if you want to change this coordinate, you can change it from here also. Suppose I'm making 0 0. So you can see that this game object will be placed according to mentioned coordinate. Similarly, you can rotate from here. Okay, you can scale from here. Here there are various other properties like renderer, okay, materials, colliders. Now here you can see that one option is given add component. Besides this available properties, you have options to add other components like physics, script. Suppose I want to add some script with this game object, so you have to add a component like new script. So if you will click a new script with this game object, so here you can see that a new script is created. Whenever you will click on cube, you can see that in inspector panel additional component is associated, that is script. Okay, so you can add many more component from add component panel. Now the next one is project panel. So here you can see that this is project panel. In project panel you will get all the assets which you have used in order to create your game. So by default we will get some assets like sample scene. Okay, so here you can manage your scene or manage your asset. For example, you can create a new folder for scenes, because a game may have various scenes. If you are using multiple material, you can create a folder in order to store the materials. You can create a folder for scripts. So by this way you can manage your scene, you can manage your assets. Okay, one more thing, you can create various other game object component by right clicking on here. Like here you can see that create folder, C# script, shader, okay, scene, material, audio. So there are any animator, so there are various other options are available here. So here you can see that some a console panel is there. So in console panel, whatever error or whatever warning you will get for your script, you can see here. Now here you can see that layout is given, so you can choose your desired layout. For example, it is default layout. If I am using 2:3, now this is 2:3 layout. Here you can see that scene and game, both window you can see parallelly. Okay, so for example, if I am clicking on the camera and just changing the position of camera, you can see that parallelly you can see that the change in game window. Okay, you can change layout 4 split. This is 4 split layout. Okay, you can create your own layout and just save that layout and open it whenever you want. In menu bar you can find here that there is a help menu. So from here you can view the Unity manual or scripting reference if you want to learn more about the scripting or Unity. Okay, once you will create your scene or once you will create your project, uh, you have to save your project and you have to save your scene. Suppose this is a new scene. If I want to save it, go to save as. I'm giving it the name new scene. If you will save it, here you can see that this scene is saved. Okay, now uh, when once you will create your project, you can build your project as game from build setting and build and run. So we will see these things in later videos. Okay, so I hope that now you all are familiar with the basic GUI of Unity and the significance of Unity in order to develop the game. So please go to Unity website and download the desired version as per your requirement or as per your system requirement, and we will see in later videos how to create a game using Unity. Thank you.